Hi everybody, I'm back for April 16th, the full moon in Libra. So first things first, a bit of housekeeping to do before we get started today. This is going to be my last new moon, full moon reading. I've just decided not to do it anymore. So I will have my channel up. And I will come on and I will do readings when I feel inspired by what is inspiring me at the moment. So there is that. But as far as the new moon, full moon readings that I do twice a month, I'm not going to be doing them anymore. That ends today. Today is April 16th, 2022. It's in the morning. I'm going to get this reading done. It will go up by, it'll be up by the end of the day anyways. If it doesn't go right up. Sometimes it just uploads really fast and sometimes it doesn't. So there's that. This is the last new moon, full moon reading. And then I will come on and I'll do readings from time to time. I don't know how often because it's all going to be what inspires me to do it. And so I will do that, but I'm not going to be uploading them to Facebook. So because it's time consuming and I'm just not going to do it anymore. So if you do want to see these readings as they come on, then you will need to go onto YouTube and you will need to subscribe and you will need to hit the bell and the notifications, because all I'm going to be doing is doing a reading when I feel inspired by what inspires me to do it. I'll upload it to YouTube, I'm setting it and I'm forgetting it. So if you're not subscribed and you don't hit the notifications to get all of the notifications when they come up, then you won't know I've done a reading, because I'm not going to put it on Facebook at all. It's too time consuming. It takes me quite a lot of time to do all of that, and I'm just not going to do it anymore. So there's that. So that's the housekeeping. So let's move on quickly to what this last reading is all about. So it is the full moon in Libra, April 16th, 2022. This moon is asking us to evaluate relationships. And it's not, when we evaluate relationships, that doesn't mean look at the relationships and then pick apart everything that the other person is doing. That's not being accountable, and that's not being self-aware, and that doesn't help anybody. So when we evaluate a relationship, we evaluate, what are we bringing to a relationship? Are we there for that person? Do we listen to that person? Are we present for that person? Are we letting that person know how we feel about them? Are we supportive? What are we giving, right? And then we look at, what are we receiving? And we have to do this honestly, because it takes two to be in a relationship. If the relationship's screwed up, that's on both of us. And if they're good, that's on both of us. Like, it takes two for any type of relationship. So this moon is encouraging us to evaluate our relationships, which means doing the shadow work, looking inside at our own behaviors. So if you're one of those people that find that everybody in your life just wants to talk to you about them and they never ask you how you're doing, then you have to look at, what are you doing that encourages that behavior? What is your part in it? Do you always just give, and you allow yourself to be used as a doormat? Or, what is your part in it? And then take accountability and decide how you want to move forward from there. Do you want to stay a doormat? Or do you want to have good relationships where it's an equal exchange of energy? Because honestly, healthy relationships are an equal exchange of energy. And yeah, so we have to look at ourselves. So yeah, even in a good relationship, what we think is a good relationship, what are we bringing to the table? What are we doing? I mean, we know this is a good relationship because they make us feel good, right? But what is it that we're doing to help them feel good? How do we treat them? So we look at all of those things, and then we decipher what type of relationships do we want? How do we want to grow and move forward so that we can have the type of relationships that we want? If we decide to let something go because we feel like we've made ourselves clear and they still don't bring equal parts of energy or feel good to us, and we're going to let things go, then we have to be okay with that. There's consequences to that, right? The consequences, you may find out they don't give a shit if you let the relationship go, and that might hurt your feelings or whatever. So there's always these things to evaluate and look at, and it really is doing the shadow work on ourselves, looking at our own flaws, and as well as our own positive things. But doing that shadow work, being accountable for our own actions and our parts in relationships, and then moving forward from there. So that's what the full moon in Libra is about. And that is today, April 16th, 2022. So we're just going to ask the universe today. I've already set the intention, so all of our spiritual team is here, and we're only asking not so much about the energies that we're working with right now, because we understand, right? We just gave a pretty good synopsis on what that's all about. But let's just take a look at what our universe, our guides want to give us for insight or messages today. Let's just look at it. Okay? All right, so let's get started. I don't know, I angle that camera different every single time. I hope that you can see this. So today what's driving the reading is swords, okay? It's the 7 of swords. So 7, that number in itself is the seeker, right? So swords are driven by words, thoughts. It's driven by air, so it's words, thoughts, ego, right? Driven by air, fast moving, words, thoughts, ego, information, can be technology or whatever. So what's driving this reading is a lot of information. So we've been seeking information. We've been hearing a lot of disinformation. And we're being foolish with it. We've been asked over the last 2 years to be very discerning. Be discerning with whatever information we're taking in, whatever news we're taking in. Be very discerning. So apparently we're not being very discerning, and we're willing to swallow anything we hear, right? And then this could also be, for some of you, it could be that you're thinking thoughts and saying words about yourself or about others that are not good for anybody, right? So, our thoughts and our words are pure magic. They really are. So use them wisely. We can use them to our own detriment or others' detriment by always saying mean things or negative things or things that are hurtful or aren't very helpful. Or we can use our words in positive manners about ourselves, about the world we want, the people we know, having a positive attitude and looking at things more positively, speaking positively, being kind, being generous, compassionate, all of those things. These are things we've been asked to do pretty repeatedly for the last 2 years while I've been doing these readings. So, and we've also been asked to be very discerning with the information that we take in. And apparently there's a lot of foolishness happening with information that we're taking in right now, okay? So who we are being represented as today, our archetype in this reading is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is tricky, right? She can be really good. She's very intuitive. She's psychic. She's got a lot of skills and a lot of tools. She can use these things for good, or she can be nefarious, and she can use all of that power for not so good things. So in this reading, by what's above her and what's laid out around her, she's using those things for good. So what this tells me is that in this last 2 years that we've been asked to tap in, get to know ourselves, be more compassionate, receive our knowledge from a higher knowledge rather than always just buying into the stuff that's being fed. Some of us are really trying to do that, and we're honing our skills, and we're getting more intuitive, and we're really wanting to be more open. However, even though we're being shown this as an archetype and we've had this growth, right now there's stuff that people are sucking up and taking in that isn't true. It's not worth, I don't want to say what my dad used to say, so how would I say this? It's garbage anyways. People are taking in garbage as though it's gospel. So again, back to discernment, all right? So we have all of these skills. We can tap in, we can be the high priestess, right? So directly across from us, it shows us we are nurturing our journey, and our journey is nurturing us. There are things that we're getting ready to birth, okay? Which is cool. We're in the year of birthing new things. So it's a universal 6 year, which does mean birthing new things. So this is a good card to see. So yes, our journey does have blooms in it. It is nurturing us. We are nurturing it. It may not always feel like we're in the midst of great changes because of the chaos that we've seen over the last couple of years. But remember, all of that chaos helps bring great changes, right? It helps bring a lot of growth. So this is only a 3, so we're not too far into our journey, but so far we're nurturing the new journey, and it is nurturing us. All right? The energy around us is the Queen of Pentacles. So a lot of us are wanting to be able to do things with our lives that allows us to be more sharing with others. We're thinking of how we can improve our own lives so that it will help improve our family's lives. And, really kind of looking at things from a much more emotional standpoint rather than a lack standpoint. It's that daring to dream. And with the Queen of Pentacles, Pentacles are our assets, as we've discussed before. So yes, money, but that's everything from anything that we deem important or valuable: our land, our home, our animals, our family, our friends, our bank accounts, our jobs, our careers, our hobbies, all of those things that we consider important to us. So it looks like the energy around us, we want to be more generous. We want to create a life where we can be more generous, where we're standing in our own power, and we're doing that from a loving vibration. And we want to be able to give more to those that we love or those things that we feel are important. So that's awesome. I mean, we've got some beautiful energy around us as we the people, except for, we've got to stop taking in garbage. I've said a million times, turn off the news. Turn off the news, turn off the back channels. Turn it all off. It's all garbage. There's lies mixed in with truth. There's so many lies mixed in with tiny bits of truth. Really learn to discern for yourself, because you're taking in garbage and it's damaging. It's designed to lower our vibration. So in order to create our reality and our own specific timeline in the way that we want to be able to manifest and have things just line up for us so that we can keep following those synchronicities, synchronicities, deja vu, any way that we get our messages. We want to be able to follow those as fast as possible. So we want them coming in for us as fast as possible. If our frequency is expanded and we're vibrating with positivity, then we literally get these things almost instantaneously. Like yesterday, I had a thought. I had an epiphany. I discussed it with my God and my guides, And almost 10 minutes later, I got validation of that. And I got another sign like within 3 minutes of this is the next step to take. Bam. But if I'm wallowing in a lower vibration and my thoughts and my words and my mind are in places that are designed to keep me low, keep me in fear, keep me sad, I'm not going to receive those. That's why people will say, I haven't had a deja vu in forever. Or what are you talking about, a serendipity or synchronicity? What the, it's because they're not vibrating in a place where that allows for that expansion to come in. They're staying grounded in fear and other lower vibrations that want to keep you grounded in fear and other lower vibrations. If that makes sense, okay? So really lift yourself up. Say things that are positive. Be positive. Open your heart. Be kind. Be compassionate. Dream. Feel joyful. Laugh. Laughter is great. Love is great. And stay off from things that bring you down. All right? Because we're the high priestess. We've got a lot of tools. We're magic. We can create great things. We want to create great things. And so far, all of these changes in this chaos is meant to nurture us. It is, and we are nurturing it. All right? So then above us, again, we're looking at our assets. So above us, our archetype, right? We're looking at our assets. So this literally is like, this is our pets, our children, our husbands, girlfriends, our family situations, and those friends of ours that we consider like really, really tight family situations. And we're really, really thinking about how is it that we can help make their lives better too. So, we've got some great energy that way going on. It looks like we've had this like high vibrational shift of compassion, which is good because that's what we were asked to really step into, compassion, right? Just a few readings back or something, that we're going to really need to be compassionate. All right. And then above us and our journey, we're at a 3 here, but our wands are in full bloom. Above us, we've got this other higher arcana card, and it's saying we're strong. We're super strong. But, instead of being focused on just being strong, we need to keep our eyes and ears open, our intuition open. We don't want to get tripped up. So you don't want to get all sucked into the fact that, yes, we're strong and we've made it through this far, because we get too caught up in we've made it through this far without using our eyes to really be discerning, using our intuition to really be discerning. Something could possibly trip us up. So a lot of us are probably trying to implement new things. I know I have been consistently for a few years now, but especially over the last 2 years. And we really want to be aware so that we make all the good choices for ourselves. And that's another reason why we don't want to be here. Because when we're in those lower vibrations, we're not very discerning. We can't discern well. And we don't move forward with logic. We do have a logical brain for a reason. We don't always want to use just the logical brain. But we certainly want to be logical when we're making serious decisions, especially when it's about our family, our businesses, our assets. We want to be making logical decisions. So we don't want to be doing this, okay, you guys? And then so straight up, we've been listening to a lot of stuff that is detrimental and we really shouldn't be listening to it. We do have this wonderful energy around us, which is the Queen of Pentacles. That's a very giving card. This is a woman who leads with love. She stands in her power and she's sovereign and she's got it going on. She has all the assets she could possibly want. Her dreams are true, and she's creating more dreams all the time. And she's generous and loving and compassionate, and people are drawn to her because she leads with love and the highest good for intentions, the greatest and highest good for intentions for all, not just for herself. So we've got that wonderful energy around us. And so then we come up and we have the Justice card. And so there's going to be some justice coming, which is going to help us in this journey, okay? This is the fourth time we've seen justice. Justice is the card that you want to see, because no matter what's going on that's unjust, this guy comes in and says, that's enough of this shit. We're done with it. And justice is served. So this is 4 times we've been told justice is coming. So justice is going to have a lot to do with our ability to do this, the energy around us. So I think that's a good reading. I'm going to leave that at that. Be careful with our thoughts and our words. Be careful what information you take in. You want to keep your frequency high. This is a low vibration. We are the high priestess. We can do anything that we want. We can manifest instantly as long as we stay out of this, right? That's who we are. We've got some great energy around us. Awesome energy around us. You know, that of wanting to give and really be able to be of service, do kind things, do for our families, our friends, maybe even on a greater scale, you know, wanting to be of service. This journey is worth it. It is nurturing us. We are nurturing it. This is a really, really, really good journey. Like, this journey is a good journey. It's fully bloomed. It's fully bloomed. All right. We're strong. We're very strong. We've been through a lot in the last couple of years. A lot of strength. Stick to the logical mind, though, when making decisions, because you don't want to get tripped up, right? You don't want to become so arrogant knowing that you're strong that you don't pay attention or you miss something, right? All right. So, yes, we want to create something better. That's really what we're wanting, is to create something better for our families. And we'll be able to, because justice is coming. We will be able to manifest and create. When justice comes in, this will happen faster, okay? So there's some justice that's got to be served in order for these things to come into fruition quicker, if that's making sense. And I think that's a great place to stop, because it makes perfect sense to me. There's got to be some cleanups that happen that will allow us to be able to move down our path faster. You know, justice will come in at some point, and we will see that happen. So now we're going to go into the Dolphin Mermaid deck, and we're going to pull, I think we've got time for 3 positive affirmations. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to get 3 positive affirmations. So, full moon in Libra, asking us to evaluate our relationships, asking us to do the shadow work with ourselves, be accountable, really be accountable and self-aware as we're doing this evaluating. Full moon is ending a cycle. It is on April. April is the 4th month. 4 is about doing the work that creates the balance, right? And it's on the 16th day. And when you break 16 down, you get 7. And 7 is the seeker of wisdom and knowledge, spirituality, lots of things. So seeking truth. So go within. Go within, because that's where the truth is. That's always where your truth is going to be. And that makes a lot of sense if we're looking to evaluate our relationships and how we are behaving in the world and how the world is behaving with us. And the world is behaving with us this way because of the energy that we put out. Okay, so being accountable. However, anything is responding to you, it's because of what you're putting out. So there's something to learn in all of it. All right, so if it's falling, the ending of the cycle, falling on the 16th day, which translates to a 7, which is seeking knowledge and wisdom, and it's in Libra, asking us to do the shadow work to evaluate the relationships. That means seeking the wisdom from within about ourselves and then looking outward from there. Make sense? All right. Whew, that was a mouthful. Barely. I did that practically without breathing. And now we'll do the 3 positive affirmations. Oh my gosh, you guys. Whew. Okay, this is awesome. And I had a feeling, can you see these? I had a feeling this particular card was going to come up because it looks like today's reading was for a lot of people are wanting to do humanitarian work, like really wanting to help create things that are better for not just themselves, but everyone, their families, their friends, like really wanting to create better things. And that's giving, right? That's being of service. So I don't know how many people will actually tune in and see this, because I really think this is going to be about the energy for people that are wanting to do, that type of humanitarian work. But I mean, I'm sure there's other messages in there for other people too. But this is really focused on you folks. So this is awesome. Healing Heart was the first one that we got. So you're a powerful healer. You're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. I love this card. Now I want you guys to know that within this card it is, if you're wanting to further your education in the healing modalities, alternative healing modalities or regular healing modalities, whatever, now is the time to do it, okay? If you're already working in the healing modalities. And I mean, this could be anything. Like you could be creating, I have a friend who I like to refer to as the kitchen witch. I'm not going to say her name because I don't have permission to, but she creates healing balms and healing lotions and healing tinctures to take once a day, twice a day to keep your immune system boosted, right? And she does this with all natural products. And, she's a little healer. And she probably didn't even realize it until I said to her, you're a healer. Do you realize you're a healer? So, yeah, so there's that. And you could be, you could be creating, there's lots of ways to be working in the healing modalities without realizing that you're working in the healing modalities, like working in daycare with children and nurturing children. That's healing. That's healing work. So whoever is listening that's doing something like that with the healing heart, you're a powerful healer. Please keep up the great work. Okay? You have a healing heart and you're being acknowledged. And so it's a great time to, if you want to further your education, to jump on it. If you're already doing it and you want expansion, just ask for it, right? Ask for it. Like, I want expansion. I want to be able to do more. Ask. You're being validated right now. So that's awesome. And then pay attention. Notice repetitious signs and your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. Okay, so pay attention. Look for repetitions. Look for serendipities. Look for synchronicities. Pay attention. Was that a deja vu? Did you dream this before? Have you had this, have you seen this vision before and now it's happening now? Pay attention. If you're getting repetitious numbers and, hearing repetition in words, or you're getting the same message all the time, pay attention. There's something in that for you. All right. So notice repetitious signs and your inner guidance. Tap in. Really pay attention to your intuition. And this can yield valuable information for you. Okay. And then we have dream big. Dream big. Let go of small thoughts about yourself. See yourself succeeding. You can do anything. You can be anything. You can be. So throw off society's labels. Don't listen. Dream big. Give yourself positive affirmations. Go for it. Do it. The time is now. Stand in your power. We can either stand in our power, or we can give our power away, or we can allow others to suck it from us. What do you want to do? Just saying. Just saying. All right, you guys. I hope that you had a great Friday. I hope that you're having a great Saturday. Enjoy the full moon in Libra. Do the shadow work. It's not always comfortable to look at our own flaws or whatever, but it's certainly worth the work. Life improves a lot when we take responsibility, when we're accountable, when we do our shadow work, when we own our half of things, and we make solid decisions about who it is that we really are, what we really want to be, how we really want to be, and how we want to move forward. So enjoy the full moon. Again, this is my last full moon reading. It's my last new moon reading. So if you do want to be privy to the readings that are going to be coming up from time to time, when I feel inspired about whatever it is that I do feel inspired to come on and read about, you're going to have to hit the subscribe button and the notification, all notifications, because I'm not going to do anything to put this out there except for put it up on YouTube. It is just way too time consuming for me. And I have a lot that I am working on as, for goals as it is. And I'm being really specific about where I'm putting my energy and how much time I'm willing to put into other things. So, okay. Many, many blessings from me to all of you. Yes, I do personal readings. So if you want a personal reading, you know where to find me on Facebook at Sacred Products of Light, on Facebook at Lori McCafferty. And yeah, here on YouTube, just leave a message. So there you have it. The last reading. I wish you all well. Many, many blessings from me to all of you. All right, you guys, take care.